Hi everybody, my name is Chris Composer. Welcome to part 2 of this video series where we're going to be working on the verse, and we're going to work also on the vocals for that verse, putting things together slowly. So welcome. Let's get started. The first part from the last video, we were able to create the main introduction. This is my style of doing stuff, where we have the main introduction. From that part, I mean, I like it, but what I'm going to do now is do kind of like a transition. So the way I kind of do it, I kind of thought about how I want to do this. Like the way I kind of thought about doing this was basically start strong, go into this mode of the storytelling, like smooth things out, and then pick up the song from there. So the way I mean by that is in non-technical terms. So it's more like adding a transition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the loops that are right here, and I'm going to select something. So let me just make sure I can show you properly. I'm going to select some loops. So loops like this. So I'm going to have a transition. So I kind of like this one. So the only thing I got to do now is just drag it over to the track. And then when the song gets to the part where I want it to get, I don't like it by itself, so I'm going to add another one with it. I think, yeah, that one. So I put that right over here. Now you may think to yourself, what is he doing? It's all part of the process. Okay, that'll work. So that's the transition part. So at this point here, what I'm going to do is do the bass line right away. So I have to now reactivate this MIDI track that we did last time. So I'm going to reactivate that, and I'm going to arm both the bass, the MIDI bass from the keyboard, from the CK61, and the wave track, so that's going to record whatever I play here. So look, we're going to do this now. Take that off. I'm going to start right here, and I will, on the keyboard right here, select that patch. Okay. So I'm just going to start it now. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we'll see how this sounds like. I like this. So I'm going to cut it right here. There. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to do the keys on it. All right, let's do it one more time. One more time, one more time, one more time. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to quantize it real quick. 16, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so that works. So now let's just fix the drums part. So I'm going to double click on that. And then we're going to go in the bottom here. And this is where I'm going to change it slightly. And I'm going to create a little zone thing so I can just loop back and forth on it. So the cycle range is going to be between 17 and 23, just so I get a little bit of an idea and a feel of the beat. Okay, I love it. So now I'm going to take this part, the original drum beat, and we're going to transition to it. And just got to make sure that your track is actually highlighted before you copy. Control C. And then I'm just going to drop it into place here. And then let's hear the transition. I'm going to take this guy off and go. I want to take the MIDI and convert it into a WAV file. Perfect. So now I'm going to mute MIDI track, and we're just going to do a quick listen. There you go. So let's take a quick look at maybe adding some different sounds to that main part when the vocalist starts to sing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another instrument track. But this time it's going to be, I'm going to select maybe something orchestral and some strings potentially. By the time you see this, I'll pick a song. Ooh. So let's try this. All right, let's try this. Some strings to it. And we can, at the end, when your production kind of gets into a point where it's almost, the composition is kind of done, that's when you can go back in there later on and kind of like separate sounds and or change them or modify them or put effects on them and get that feel you want. But when you're creating that song at the beginning, when you're creating it, you just go with the flow. You get things happening, and yeah, and that's kind of like the way I operate. So there's more than one way, and I'm sure you have yours, and everybody has their own. But for me, it's very, very much about feel for me. All right, so let's go back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the strings, and I'm going to record that now. All right, we're going to activate the track. There we go. And so let's do this. All right, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, so it's the next day, and I've decided to basically do the vocal track. It's going to be a rough vocal track. In fact, I'm going to do it on this Rhodes mic, this broadcast mic, which I don't like very much for singing, but just to get the initial draft tracks in so that I can get that structure going. And then when we're ready, that's when I'll do the entire singing for the entire thing, and I'll have a different setup and a different microphone and a little bit better quality in regards to singing and stuff like that. So I'm going to just do that now. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I took the liberty of just adding an audio track. That was pretty quick. I did a little tweaking just to make sure that this microphone here is acceptable. Right now I am talking on a lavalier microphone, and I'm also talking on this guy at the same time. So I'm just going to switch over, take the lavalier offline. Okay, so now we're just on this particular microphone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the track now. But before I do that, I want to add some initial real-time effects so that I can hear myself with a little bit of reverb, so that I feel better about myself, but it will not record, which is the thing that I want. I don't want it to record on the tracks. All right, so let me go and put a little bit of reverb. So hang on, check, 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 check. Okay, I'm ready to put some vocals on there. I did add a little bit of reverb to my mic right now. that reverb will not be that reverb won't be picked up by the DAW, by Logic. This is just for myself, so I'm singing, instead of singing dry, I like to have a little bit of echo. I don't know, maybe it's a karaoke thing, who knows. Anyway.
Seen you there the other day, as the sky was so gray. I'm thinking to myself, how long have you been gone? But I think of you, but I dream of you.
So, okay, that'll work. So you'll notice it did create a second, like you can do a lot of different takes with this until you get it right. So let's do another take just for fun. And we'll grab the best one after that.
Seen you there the other day, as the sky was so gray. I'm thinking to myself, how long have you been gone? But I think of you, that I don't dream of you.
All right, so what I'm going to do is listen. And I'm going to add a little bit of effect here. So I'm going to take off the effect that I have now. There you go. So it's removed. Let's play it back.
You there the other day,
Whoa.
as the sky was so gray. I'm thinking to myself, how long have you been gone? But I think of you, but I dream of you.
So I think it went pretty good. I think that it's pretty good for an example. It's not my best work, but it is great for this part. So now basically at this point, the structure that I'm thinking of is that I have a verse, and then I'm going to jump quickly in the intro one more time, and then go on to the second verse, and then after that we jump into the chorus. There used to be structures back in the 80s where you had to have a bridge, and there's certain ways of doing it for pop music, and now today I think in a lot of cases there's no bridge. There's people do whatever the heck they want, which is awesome. I think that there shouldn't be any limitations to music. For me, I'm kind of saying a story kind of thing, and it may change. I may add two bridges. You never know. So going back to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just copy this because it's already done. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing, Command C, and I'll bring it to bar number 33, and then do Command V, and it's back. So I'm going to take that out, and we're going to listen to the whole thing from the beginning to the beginning, the intro, verse, and intro. Let's do it.
The other day, As the sky was so green, I'm thinking to myself, how low have you been gone? But I think of you, that I don't dream of you.
So at this point right now, I could probably add, if I'm going to add the other verse, I'm going to use what I just created for my verse, and I'll put it there. So what I'll do is basically, as I was saying, is I will take my verse that's here and just copy it over again. Now it does create that cookie cutter approach, which is going to change. I will, I'll modify it after my main structure is completed. So that's the whole creation process for me. So I'm just going to copy the whole darn thing. So we're going to copy this part first. See, and I'm going to put that over here. Boom. And then I'm going to grab this stuff. Probably good. There. So, and then I'm going to copy this guy. So you'll have to do that on your own, figure it out, what works for you. I won't copy the vocals because that's not what I want to do. So let's have one last listen.
The day as the sky was so green, I'm thinking to myself, how low have you been gone? But I think of you, that I don't dream of you.
Not bad, not bad. It's working out pretty good. Okay, so that kind of did not work out very good. So the timing was way off. Let's see what's going on. There we go, that's better. I want to see what's happening here. So we'll move everybody over. Right on 49. See, this is the part when you copy and pasting, you got to make sure that your timing is perfect. And I think this was right here, and the drums are bad. That's my bad. I did wrong here. There. So let's hear it. Let's listen to it. There you go. It's on time. So what you're seeing in right now is I stretched everything. So let me just bring it back. So let's listen to it. My strings are off. Strings So this is really the trials and tribulations of creating music. You there we go. So I'm going to fix this guy too right here. There you go. And we're going to fix this guy here. There we go. That's the beauty of the drummer. You can actually drag. It just makes my life so. So you can see the kind of problems you can run into when you're creating your own stuff and you're copying and pasting things around. I think it's better now. So thanks for watching. This is part 2. Part 3, we're gonna do the rest of the vocals on the other verse, and then we're gonna create that chorus, and that's gonna be really, really good. That's really gonna help out. And then we're gonna start. There's a lot of things to do. I mean, once you create it's like a painting. You know, the canvas. You start with the sketch, and this is, in this particular case, this is the sketch. And you start creating your structure, and you kind of figure out what works for yourself, and then you get influenced by other artists. You know, you listen to a song and you're going, that could work. So I guess I'll see you on the next one. See you guys later.